Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? What is going on? It's your boy David from Top Bunk Sports, and I'm here with another Knicks on Top post-game video as the New York Knicks destroy the Brooklyn Nets 134-98 as they stay undefeated at home with a 6-0 record. Now, guys, obviously, this game I was expecting the Knicks to do what they got to do, right? This is a game where you're like, listen, we just got to take care of business. We ain't got to do nothing else. We just got to take care of business. We got to handle business the right way. Let's do it. This is a gimme, right? This is a gimme against a 1-9 now Brooklyn Nets team that is young. Again, they made some trades. They got Michael Porter Jr. from the Denver Nuggets, where they traded Cam Johnson, right? Cam Johnson is with the Denver Nuggets now. So again, a team that is trying to find their flaws, trying to build from within, and just trying to retool their franchise. And that's basically after they traded KD, that's what they did. Um, uh, a solid scorer in Michael Porter Jr. that not only can just help him to try to develop, year after year, but can be that vet that a lot of those guys can learn from. I mean, and also another vet in Nick Claxton that is there as well as their primary center. But like I said, the New York Knicks wasted no time taking care of business against the Brooklyn Nets. And let me tell you, I mean, watching this game, we kind of figured the Knicks, excuse me, we're gonna go on a run. They were gonna be able to do a lot of things on the offensive side. And yes, in that first half, in that first quarter, especially defensively, they kind of were down a little bit. They really they they really were kind of keeping Brooklyn in the game for a bit, and you kind of saw Brooklyn was fighting. I mean, for a team that is not going anywhere, that is on a bad start, they're fighting, they're young, they're trying to show teams like the New York Knicks, yo, yeah, you guys are gonna fucking step all over us, but at the end of the day, we just want to show y'all that we're here. And that's what you appreciate. I'm no fan of the Brooklyn Nets. Obviously, I don't really respect their fan base. Their fan base really hasn't done anything. They talked a lot of shit when they had KD, Kyrie, and James Harden, only to get out the fucking second round and never make an Eastern Conference Finals. But at the same time, you got to respect the young kids that are going out there day in and day out and actually, put in the work. And I like that. I like the fact that you got these young, hungry kids that can go out there and just give their coach whatever they want. Jordy Fernandez is in a tough position. He doesn't have a star. His star right now is Michael Porter Jr. His second star, besides Michael Porter Jr., is Nick Claxton. So going out there against a team that is, projected to make it to the finals this year, you're sending them a message. And so far, that's they didn't send them a message, but they you could tell these young kids play their heart out regardless of the score. Let's look at some box score real quick. Your player of the game for tonight's game is Karl-Anthony Towns with 28 points, 12 rebounds, and 2 assists, a double-double for Cat tonight under 28 minutes. So Karl-Anthony Towns being able to cook, being able to be a guy that could space the floor in a very positive way, get guys different looks, be very aggressive in the paint. You saw bully ball Cat today, and I love that. OG Anunoby, 19 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. He was 6'11" from the field. He was 4-6 from three, shooting 54% from the field and shooting 66% from three. So OG Anunoby being able to let that three ball come to him more and just shooting that thing, letting it go. Mikal Bridges today, 8 points, 8 rebounds, two steals, 2 blocks. So 4 for 4 from the field. He didn't shoot no 3-pointers today, which is excuse me, that's Mitchell Robinson. Yeah, Mitchell Robinson, not Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges, on the other hand, 16 points, 1 rebound, 5 assists, 0 steals, 0 blocks, with 6 of 8 from the field, 75% shooting for 4 or 5 from 3. So he was lighting it up from 3 today. And then you have obviously the captain, Jalen Brunson himself, with 19 points, 7 assists, 6 of 14 from the field with 3 of 8 from 3. A little bit better, you would expect that, but as time goes, you're able to adjust and you're able to go out there and really handle business. You got Landry Shamet coming off the bench with 8 points, 1 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 of 5 from the field, 40% shooting, 2 of 4 from 3, 50% shooting. And you like that because it's not always Landry Shamet's box score numbers, but it's literally his what he does on the court, right? What he does on the court that affects the game so much defensively, the way his presence on the court, being able to move off the ball, move on the ball, even defensively, being able to get a stop, playing up, playing for playing forward, playing through the defense. You know what I'm saying? Like I think Landry Shamet, his presence on the court is very big, and I like that. And it's very dope to see Landry Shamet get comfortable and get into a groove. Let's look at some team stats right here. You got actually what I'll do is I'll put it here for you guys to see as we can look at the team stats overall, and I'll put it for you guys right here so you guys can see it while I go through it. So here you guys go. All right. So field goal. We got field goal. Nick shot 40%. 40%. Well, actually, excuse me, they shot 50%. That was Brooklyn. Excuse me. 50%. They shot 45% from three. They were 17 of 37 from three. They were shooting a ton of threes today. You saw how comfortable they were, and I like that a lot. That was very good to see because their confidence behind the 3-point line was amazing. They were again. I think the best part about it is that guys were getting wide open looks from behind the arc, especially in the corners, because of the ball movement that was being created. You would have never seen that under Tibbs. So I like that. You had the Knicks were beautiful from the free throw line, 80%. They out assisted the Brooklyn Nets 31-21. And that's again a key thing for me because of the fact that when you're under this coach of Mike Brown is constantly doing this, spreading the floor and not spreading the floor, spreading the basketball. But he's also doing this. And I said that in my post-game video yesterday when I did it for our win against the Minnesota Timberwolves on Wednesday. They're doing this. They're strictly just doing this the entire way through. There is no stopping this team at all right now. And at the end of the day, you got to look at it from a standpoint of that everybody's getting comfortable, everybody's getting hot, but they're doing it while still trying to learn from a new coach and Mike Brown. And you love to see that. Back to more team stats. So I said they're perfect from the line. They out assisted the Brooklyn Nets. Total rebounds, they out rebounded the Brooklyn Nets 46-38. Again, you got your big guy Nick Claxton. So Claxton probably had most of the rebounds for Brooklyn today. But again, being able to crash the board with your two big guys in Karl-Anthony Towns, in Mitchell Robinson, where if you look at their box score, right? If you go back to their box scores, you look at what Mitchell Robinson and Cat's rebound numbers were. Cat had a double double with 12 rebounds, right? You look at Mitchell Robinson, 8 rebounds. Okay, so again, your guys being able to crash the boards and really, really, really make it and be affected on the boards, whether it's a defensive rebound or offensive rebounds. Even OG Anunoby, 8 rebounds today, matching Mitchell Robinson's number of rebounds today. So getting guys to consistently crash out the boards. Josh Hart with 7 rebounds today. Yabusele with 2 rebounds today in garbage time. Being able to crash the boards and make the offense move faster, make outlet passes to get the ball down the court as quick as you can to score quick, right? You're not trying to get that defense set. You're trying to get that defense to be scrambled all over the place where they can't make an adjustment real quick. You want to score real quick. And when that's where the pace thing from Mike Brown comes into an effect, right? So let's keep looking more into these stats. You have another one, a key thing, and this goes to what I'm saying, and I understand this is against a Brooklyn Nets team that's trash, right? But you still gotta love the fact that they never took their foot off the brake, no matter who they're playing against on that court. They have more fast break points than the Brooklyn Nets, 18-4, and that's again a credit to this. Every time they got a defensive rebound, they're pushing the ball down, or if they're not pushing the ball down, they're getting the ball handler to come up, whether it's Jalen Brunson, whether it's Josh Hart, whether it's OG Anunoby first, even if it's Mikal, right? Because we've seen Mikal bring up the ball numerous of times while Jalen Brunson's playing off ball. They're running, right? They're straight running to the other side of the court, trying to get the ball in effect within the offense to then score so that way the defense doesn't set in. Then you're talking about 9-5 steals. The Knicks outlasted against the Brooklyn Nets. steals, a lot of beautiful steals. You saw the Knicks be aggressive, and after almost every steal, they kind of scored. So beautiful to see. Brooklyn Nets outlasted us in the block department with 8-3. Brooklyn had 8 blocks. Knicks had 3 offensive rebounds. Both teams had the same with 15 offensive rebounds. On defensive rebounds, Knicks had 31. Brooklyn had 23. So again, a huge, 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 huge credit for the New York Knicks, where they got their 2 big men and also 2 other good rebounders in OG Anunoby, in Josh Hart, where they're able to get defensive rebounds and push the ball to play fast-paced basketball. Then you're talking about points off of turnovers, 25-28. The New York Knicks created a defensive havoc going into the second half. And again, points off of turnovers, 25 points off of turnovers. That is beautiful to see. You like that. You like to see that. The one thing that I'll say is this, and I think a lot of people tend to, try to wonder how is this next team where is this next team gonna find their day where they're just gonna not everything is clicking. You'll see that towards the middle of the season, right? You'll see that there are certain things that they're already accustomed to, where they're continuing to play fast paced. But again, this is off of a coach that they're still trying to figure out, that they're still trying to get comfortable with. They've been under a different coach for 5 years. Now this is a whole new system. What that old coach did, right? Playing small, playing, not, I wouldn't say small ball, but slow ball, excuse me. Playing slow ball compared to a coach that's just trying to play fast paced basketball all the way through. And again, like I said, you like to see that. So again, I love what I'm seeing from them so far. Again, I think the big key thing is they're undefeated at home with a 6-0 record. Now, of course, they're not undefeated on the road. They have lost 3 games on the road. They are 0-3 on the road, but I believe that will change based on the schedule. There were games that we have lost that we could have prevented, where we could have won those games. Every game was close, for the matter of fact, but we just couldn't keep our foot on the gas. So you have that, but the Knicks absolutely doing exactly what you need them to do on the home court, taking care of home court advantage, and you like to see that. I want to look at cat stats real quick. I want to look at, and I kind of posted it on my thing. If you guys haven't already, please follow me on Top Bunk Sports, where I put highlights of the game up there with a starting lineup before the game starts, and obviously a post game graphic, just breaking down the game just a little bit and giving props to the player of the game. Again, I started off by saying the Knicks are absolutely destroy the Brooklyn Nets. 4 straight wins, undefeated at home. Flawless ball movement, automatic from the 3-point line, and a juggernaut team offense that cannot be stopped. So at the end of the day, easy, nothing too crazy. Again, like I said, Karl-Anthony Towns just bullied his way tonight with a double performance in 28 minutes. He is your player of the game, well deserved. Karl-Anthony Towns being able to cook and muster up a nice performance. But just another day in the office. The Knicks take care of of a young Brooklyn Nets team, and now they got the better team in the Memphis Grizzlies. So that's going to be a little bit of a I think they're better than the Grizzlies right now, but it's going to be a better challenge than what the Brooklyn Nets have given you. So we'll see how that plays out as we go. But guys, other than that, there's really nothing much to say. The New York Knicks dominate the Brooklyn Nets 134-98, and you gotta love it, just giving themselves some good momentum, before having to take I wouldn't say young, but these good teams, and you can apply what you did as a team together, because there was a lot of ball movement, guys spacing out, cutting behind. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can take that, and now you can utilize that against a good team and see how shit plays out. And I think the first time they did that, well, 3 times already, in my opinion, I think it was Cleveland, Boston, if you want to count them, but like I said, they're missing a superstar, and then you obviously go to Minnesota, where they have prevailed and they have came through. So we will see how that plays out. But once again, your New York Knicks have beaten the Brooklyn Nets 134-98. They are now 6-0 at home with an undefeated record, and they are 6-3 on the year. Till next time, guys, make sure you like, follow, share, and subscribe to the Top Bunk Sports YouTube channel. Make sure you guys follow me at Top Bunk Sports on X, Instagram, and TikTok. Make sure you guys like this video. Make sure you guys share this video. And make sure you guys always just show me love and support. And I really do appreciate it. But, I love doing this for you guys. So appreciate the love. Make sure you guys do all that. The New York Knicks dominate the Brooklyn Nets, and they wait for Tuesday as they take on the Memphis Grizzlies at home. Right now, in this home stand, they're undefeated right now. So you want to see this rolling, especially how the road trip went. So we'll see how Tuesday goes. But with that being said, guys, I am your boy David from Top Bunk Sports, representing Knicks on Top, episode number 7, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Peace.